Now at 6, the final report from the commission investigating the Parkland school massacre. It reveals a multitude of errors and puts the burden of reform on school districts, law enforcement, the governor, and legislators. The report is in the hands of state leaders, and Governor-elect Ron DeSantis is reacting to it.
CBS 4's Joan Murray has more on the report's findings and recommendations.
Look, nothing that I've done the past 10 or 11 months, nothing the commission does is going to bring our loved ones back, will bring my daughter Elena back. But I can honor her legacy by making this as unlikely as possible to happen again.
Ryan Petty, who lost his daughter in the Stoneman Douglas massacre, sits on the Public Safety Commission, submitted its final report for 2018 to the governor and state lawmakers.
And there were so many missed opportunities here, from the FBI to BSO to mental health to the school district itself. We're now recommending that they create proactive threat assessment teams at each school, and they share information.
The report details how accused gunman Nicholas Cruz easily made it onto campus through an unmanned, unlocked gate, and how over a half-dozen Broward Sheriff deputies failed to go into the freshman building despite hearing shots. Recommendations include arming teachers and fortifying schools with bulletproof windows and walls. Anna Fusco is head of the Broward Teachers Union.
We don't want our teachers armed. We want to keep it where it should be, in the hands of trained, licensed police officers.
The report may have an impact on Sheriff Scott Israel's future. Governor-elect Ron DeSantis talked about that on WIOD radio.
We will be doing probably a number of personnel actions within the first week. That obviously is one that's going to be under consideration. I don't think there's any question that there were balls dropped along the way, and it was a tragedy that I think could have been prevented.
Back here live, so it should be very interesting to see what the governor-elect does once he is sworn in. Now, also today, the head of the commission, Sheriff Bob Gualtieri of Pinellas County, spoke to the media this afternoon, and here's what he had to say about the commission report.
I think what we said in the report, and I think that what we lay out, especially in the preface of the report, tells everybody that there is a great need for more accountability. One of the things that is absolutely lacking in Broward County, lacking in Stoneman Douglas, and I think lacking across the state of Florida. We can see that with the behavioral threat assessment process. We see that with what's called the FSSAT, which is the Florida Safe School Assessment Tool, and with other examples, is that there is not enough of a sense of urgency. There's not enough of a sense of needing to move the needle and get this done, and accountability.
So the commission has its work cut out for it. It actually will go for another 5 years. It isn't set to expire until 2023. They plan to meet again in March and to continue meeting in the coming years on improving school safety. Now, a lot of the recommendations in this 400-page report submitted to the governor and legislature today do require lawmakers' approval. So this is going to be a long process. But some of the recommendations, including putting safe corners in all school classrooms, can be implemented this very day. Reporting in Parkland, Joan Murray, CBS 4 News.
Okay,